what's up guys, your boy LegendaryyPred here today. Today we're on day 3 of a 100-day challenge. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys want me to do next. But today we are going into the art of offense and how to improve your offense. So first off, you always want to have layer 1. Layer 1 offense is basically, first off, you always want to start off with layer 1 offense because you don't know who you're playing, what their habits are on defense, and basically how they would react. So layer 1 is kind of simple, but everyone that is a top player that myself included, Hakai, all of them, they all have layer 1 offense at the moment, and then they go on to more layers depending if they know their opponent or if they're, if they feel like they could get away with stuff. So layer 1 is keeping your string true, and then just going for a 50-50, right? So I put him on guard off for now, but this is a true block string if I do it correctly. Hopefully I don't mess up. As you guys can see, true block string, true 50-50. That's most of the time you would want to do. So, just string them up. Even if you didn't have something like this, so let's say I did Modern 21, right? She doesn't have something mid-screen, right? So I did this. This is my layer 1 at the moment, alright? So I made a drill that time. Nothing too crazy. I'm just doing my block string, just making sure, I just want to see what he does. Once you start doing this and you kind of know like what their habits are, you could kind of start going into more. So for example, right? If you're playing against someone who is massing a lot, you kind of want to start doing frame traps. So frame traps is basically if someone is massing, you just delay your button enough where you could end up hitting the counter attack button. This kind of stops people from massing later on. Another thing that you would want to do is sometimes people, so don't get me wrong, there's sometimes you will counter hit people and they won't learn and they will continue to mass. So you kind of stay on what I would consider this is layer 2. So you kind of keep doing this, delaying your buttons to see if they do a counter attack, and if they do, then you just continue to do the same thing. But if you feel like they are on layer 3, which we're just gonna keep going up for now, right? Layer 3 is they're not massing, so you're able to do stuff like that, right? You see the little dash up. So if I wasted one of my assists for right now, for example, right, and I did this, he will only come back if there's a gap, right? So if I did a little dash up, you saw how he came back. That's the little gap I did because I know they aren't massing. So now this is really good on offense, is once you finally get someone to do something like this, you could, let me put him on normal for a second. What is this? Let's go down. Let's say I'm doing this, right? So I did my normal layer 1 block string at the moment, right? Then I do this, and then I do cross up, right? My assist is coming back while I still have my other one, so I'm still able to go for mix. And then, we just keep going. So this allowed me to have 3 turns instead of my typical 2 of going for my normal one. Now, once you have people conditioned enough, you're able to go into characters that don't have a 50-50 and then allow them to have a 50-50. For example, Modern 21 doesn't have a 50-50 mid-screen, right? So I will have, if I condition someone enough to stop massing or to respect me, I would do light, and then jump up, call my assist, and do high, JM, or I would do land 2L. I messed up at that there at the moment, but land 2L. That is a 50-50 just for them respecting me and then not wanting to mass. So just for them respecting me, I'm also putting themselves in a position to where they want to mass. So now they may revert back to layer 2, where you're doing frame traps and now they're gonna mass on it this time. So the art of offense is literally always making your opponent guess on what you're going to do and making them not feel comfortable. When someone is not comfortable, they will almost always pick an option, whether it's reflect, jump, mass, or level 3, right? Or DP. The reason why you want to do this is because if people are uncomfortable on how they're feeling, they're not playing their game. So if they're not playing their game, that means they're not, when people are playing outside of their style, people have a style that they have because they're comfortable with it or that's how they feel their best. So when you're making someone uncomfortable on offense, you're going to really expose and find yourself having really good stuff on opening them up, them, leaving themselves have more holes in their defense and stuff like that. So like, just doing stuff like this is really good. So like, this isn't a true block string, right? Like, if I had him to match right here. So this was a layer, right? So this jails, but if I did this, let me just try and do this really quick without messing up. So I just gotta make my J flip. You see how right there he hit me? But if I got him to respect me, I'm able to do stuff like this. And then just go up, cross up JM. It makes my offense not as predictable while always keeping them on their toes on what to do. If you can make an opponent think about what you're going to do next, and they're not thinking about something in the moment, you kind of have them where you want them to go, right? They're like, oh, is he gonna grab me? Is he going to DR me? Is he going to stagger me? In this game, or in every game when it comes to fighting games, if they're thinking, that's a second later that they aren't making a decision. Wow, you already know what you're going to do, right? So if I want to stagger here, I stagger. But they don't know what I want to do, so they have to end up guessing on what I want to do. So them guessing and not doing something frame one or reacting as fast as they could, I'm making their defense worse while also making my offense better. So stuff in the corner, right? If you feel like you can't open someone up, you go for 50-50, right? And if you feel like they're always 2-H'ing you when you do this, right? So you do this, you do this, and they 2-H you, right? So try something like this, right? Where you would do this, call up your assist, and like I showed you earlier, where if you did this, you'll get your high-low. This is making them reconsider their things on defense while also keeping yourself unpredictable. If you're able to keep yourself unpredictable, they won't know what to do. Like I said earlier, they will have holes. They will find the opportunity to hit them. That's why characters like Bardock and stuff, they don't have traditional, oh, I'm going to 50-50 off a true blocker, right? This isn't a 50-50, but that's why when people finally get you conditioned and they have you feel like, you know, they want you to block, they do stuff like this, right? Obviously, I have him on 2-H, so he'll beat me. But when you're able to do stuff like that, and they're blocking the original stuff, so this is the original, right? I would just do cross-up after my assist. They're blocking it. Alright, let me switch it up. Let me do this. Mess it with their reaction. And not only is it this, I'm not going to go too much on this option, because I have made a video on it, but I would just do it again. I'll also link that video in the description. But, alright, let's go for example, DR Crush. This segment will be about DR crushing someone. So for DR crush, it's basically anything that is, let me have this on really quick. The tag startup, right? Anything that is slow enough that represents almost the same timing as DR. So this is 26 frames, 26 to 24. I don't remember if they put it up or not, but okay, it's 24 frames. And if you guys see, DR is regularly 20 frames. So it's a little bit faster, but it's close enough to make them want to guess. So if you ever wondered why you got hit by something when it goes to, let me go to guard first. Oh no, guard all fine. So if I did this, say I did this, right? This makes my DR 19 frames. But if I did this, since it is slow enough, I messed up. If I did this, it makes it think it's a DR because it is slow enough to make someone's reaction trip up. So now there's other ways of doing this, right? This one doesn't have a circle, so it's not as good as the other ones, but it's still really, really good. And trust me, a lot of people you get hit with. But the true ones are the red ones, right? So this is the same thing as a DR, but it's red. You see how it has the same, this has the green circle? This one has the red circle. Oh, let me get the frame. Oh, I am slow at the moment. Alright, you see how this has the red circle? In the heat of battle, in the heat of playing, while you're still applying everything I told you earlier with layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, and also putting this on top of it, they're almost never going to know what to do. So now, they're second guessing themselves on when to press the button. They're second guessing themselves on what to do. Now they're second guessing their reactions to tech DR. This is if people are teching your DR a lot, you do stuff like this. It is just really good, and you're making them always have to think when they're usually not doing it. So if they're uncomfortable, they're gonna do something like what. And even then, when people are uncomfortable, they have habits of being uncomfortable. So right, some people you'll know they'll match at a certain time. You know how there's clips of sometimes like, oh, this guy's gonna level 3. This guy this. You know why? It's because he's blocking too much. He's not used to blocking, so he's telling that's his way of telling you, get off of me. Yo, I don't want to block anymore. So when you're doing stuff like this and you're always making this, you're gonna have those people that never mass on you and they feel like they block everything, start massing on you, and then they're gonna end up killing themselves, making the game better for you and easier for you to end up winning, getting your hits, which, like I said, also leading to you winning. But yeah, this is kind of the art of offense. If you kind of guys want me to make more an advanced version of it, also so kind of gameplay with it, let me know in the comments down below. But if you guys like this video, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.